Hello everyone, King764, welcome back to another episode of Shamblecrft. Today, we got a lot to do. When I mean a lot, well, not a lot, but still a lot to do. Let's have fun. I'm so happy to be back after my break. It was bad because I took a break right before episode 10 aired, so I had a really, really long break, and I was really, really sad that I couldn't get back on, and I have so many plans. It's just, I've many episodes planned, and you'll all love it. Now, in between episodes, I did a small bit of work at Bookie. Okay, by small work, I mean I remodeled all of Bookie. Now, right away, you can either go to Bookie or more shops. And, well, here's Bookie. The reason that it's so different is because there's new shops. Well, located in Bookie. By new shops, I mean, well, trees. I now sell trees. They're 2 diamonds a stack and 1 diamond a stack for members. Now, as we turn the corner, we'll go back to this little thing in a second. It's probably my favorite thing now in Bookie. And, yeah. Now, here it is. So, I went ahead and said mangrove trees coming soon. Now, someone did the optimism soon. I love that. Now, you may be wondering why there's such a big expansion over here. Well, big space. It's because later on this season, I think in June, when Bookie becomes a year old, there's going to be a massive expansion. So, yeah. And I also made this tree. I spent forever making trees. I cannot make custom trees, but oh well. But I think it's a custom tree shop, so I feel kind of sad, but oh well. Now, if we head in here, we also have this. We have the piglin section, as I'm calling it, which nether brick, netherite ingot, soul sand, shiny arrows, gravels, and blackstone. I also sell all that stuff now, which is amazing, because now I have more stuff. I'm just enjoying all this extra stuff being added onto Bookie. Now, let's see here. I had a list of things I want to do this episode, and I'm debating what I want to do first. I have, I think, 12 different things I want to do this episode, if I remember correctly. I think 12? No, not 12. I think that's between this and the next episode. Well, I know what I want to do first, I think. I think I want to do 2 things. And it's actually a fun thing I want to do first. If we go ahead and fly into my building, it will take me a little while to do, though. That's only a bad thing. If we fly into this room, I want to add the next map right away. That's something I do, in fact, want to do. I think I'll add the next map, and I will... Give me a second to come over here. I also want to start collecting mob heads. So I want to go and put all my mob heads. I think those are the 2 things I want to do this episode. Well, to start off the episode. So I think I'll come back when I get those 2 things done. So, see you then. And there it is. The next map for my amazing collection of maps. And, right away, there's quite a bit that has changed. And mainly the area I'm talking that has changed is just this section right here. So really, and I don't know if I want to count this episode 11. I'll just say in 6 episodes, all this has been built up. So, if you think about it more realistically, a lot has changed. I think the most noticeable change is that the next map probably won't have my starter base. Because I'm moving a lot quicker than I thought I was going to be moving on with this base this season. And this section right here is actually the final thing this season I plan on doing. So, yeah. That's a different story. That's a end of the season thing. So I've been thinking what I want to do, and I think I'm going to make another type of mega base located right here, which would require this to be removed. But we'll get there when that time inevitably ended up coming. And if we go around the corner, you can see I have some mob heads put up. So yeah, it's nice to see a bunch of mob heads appearing, and quite a big fan of them. And if you're wondering why I have 2 of the same head, this is a piglin, this is a piglin brute, they're very different to tell, but they're like that. I know I won't have every single mob head by the end of the season, but it would be kind of cool to have a decent amount of them. But I'll get more when we end up working on the zoo, which I think I plan on... I was hoping I could stand right there. Oh well. This season I have a very, very much different plan for the zoo. That's all I can hint. It'll be really, really cool. I've not done this before with any build. I think I just thought of another thing I want to do this episode. Because I want to build this for obvious reasons, because this is where my trees will go. And I just remembered, you know, I don't have all my cats yet. I mean, 1, 2, 3. Is that really all the cats I have? Advancements. Oh yeah, I also want to do all my advancements this season. That's another thing I want to do. You only have 3 cats. That could be another project we could work on later this episode. Okay. That's good to know. But this room is going to be massive. I'm pretty much going to use this entire space. Literally, though. I mean, well, at least up to very minimum, like, here. Kind of level with this. Just because I have big plans for this room. It's mainly just going to be my trees, along with then cows, chickens, pigs, and sheep will also be in here. So yeah, I will end up doing that in here. And also, the zoo entrance will be, I think, right here. So, it's going to be a big room, to say the least. I think we're going to go and start working on it. So, I think I'll be back after I get a progress update. So, I will see you then. So, I made another room to add to my collection of rooms, I guess. This is where the tree farm's going to be from now on, and I'm happy with this room. It's definitely one of my favorite rooms, I can say that. And I also got my pigs, sheep, and cows living. Oh, looks like I forgot to do this. And I think I have to auto-grow these since they won't grow for some reason. But yeah, I got all the trees, well, here. Also doing this differently than how I had it back. Up top, I have a new way of doing it, which I think will be better growth overall, so yeah. There's this room, which I'm really liking. Oh, my favorite part's this right here. This little lookout. I wanted a lookout. This will turn into something later on this season, but that's a project for another day. Now, the next thing I want to do in this episode is I want to build another tower. And I think I want to build... You know what? Let's do this tower. So, hit that time lapse. I got to this section, I'm like, you know, it'd be cool if I could have a lighthouse, and, well, there it is. It's probably my favorite build from last season I made, and it's nice for it to be back. I really, really enjoy it. And I've been slowly thinking of what I want to do for these 3, these 2, and this one. We may be down to 6 towers, but we're down to some difficult ones. This one I think is going to be in the episode after next. I'm going to actually start designing it, like, in a couple days from now, so... yeah. But there's one more thing we have to do this episode. It's something I'm not excited about. But, well... at least I think we have to do it. I've been debating, and I think I probably should. Well, you see, there's animals over here, which, I mean, I love them all. But there's just one thing I don't like about all of my animals over here. It's that if I keep them here, they will simply die. If you cannot guess, the next thing of this episode is removing this. It is a big project, but it's time for this to, well, go. So I guess I'm gonna start moving all those animals, and I will spend an hour destroying this starter base so that I'm left with what I want. So, I guess with that, I will see you guys in a bit. So, how about we hit that time lapse? It's gone, like, actually gone. There is no more sign of the starter base even existing, really. There's two things. This waypoint, and then if you fly down right here, my mine. There's one thing I want to do on camera, and that's, delete the starter base waypoint, because I no longer need it. At all. And all my animals that were there have been moved over to right here. So we are one step closer on finishing everything. I mean, if you cannot tell, this is the end of the episode. So I just want to go over what we did, because we did a lot. I mean, I did this episode in about 3 days. One of my quickest episodes, but so much happened in it. Starting off, well, we removed the starter base and moved animals. Then we had the lighthouse come back again, which makes me happy because the lighthouse is one of my favorite builds, and I'm happy for it to be back. Then if we fly on down, you can see a new room appear. It looks weird from the outside, but it looks good from the inside. So let's go and fly in there. If we fly in there, you can see we, have our tree farm going pretty well, I'd have to say. We also went ahead and did this tree farm, which, I mean, I think it looks decent. I mean, if you fly in here, you can see just how different everything looks now. But it's still my tree farm, and I'm happy. I wanted a good, decent space for it, and I think this space works good. Then we got this nice little lookout, so we did that. Then if we fly up here, it is in this room. We added heads to that wall, and we added our next edition of the map, which is the final thing of this. So yeah, but I did save a copy of the boat, so later on this season, we can plant it somewhere because I have a really cool area I want to plant it later. And we moved some of the stuff from inside the boat, which I completely forgot about, into here. So yeah. Oh, I completely forgot about another thing we did this episode. I mean, I was just like, I think I did more this episode, but I did. I forgot. Way back here over at Bookie 2, we added a few new things to Bookie 2. So as we're flying over, I'd like to say I'm happy to be back doing it, and next episode is going to be an episode dedicated to Kiwi. It will be an episode you're going to want to watch the full way through. We are going to be killing Kiwi 3 times, and we're going to be giving Kiwi his birthday presents. It's going to be dedicated to Kiwi and Kiwi only, so yeah. I hit my hand on my desk, that's what that sound was, and that kind of hurt, honestly. Besides the point, we, did this. We added this area to my area. Well, not area, but the trees to my shop. And I can officially say we made a couple sales. We made 3 sales on the warped wood. I restocked it since. But as I'm just showing each thing, as I'm showing each tree, I'm just checking stock with you guys right quick. Just for fun. Which, I mean, yeah, it's boring. I know there's probably not going to be anything here because I checked it earlier this morning, but yeah. A lot of custom trees, and I'm getting better when it comes to custom trees. And we also went ahead and added in this little section back here with some more stock of this type. So yeah. Now, I do have to admit, it is sad that an episode ends, but it is always fun when a new one begins. As we flying over to Kiwi's base, I have wonderful news. Also, I love this that Myson made. And then we have someone who made this fully snow mountain. I have no clue who this is, but I plan on doing a stream, I think, soon, where we just go around and we just explore everyone's base. Because, well, one, I want to get my map filled out with everyone marked on it. So that kind of requires me to go in the nether and see who all, well, has things. Like, this is, Squid's area, and then, well, we're ending at Kiwi's because, this is where the next episode will begin. So, I guess without further ado, I'm doing a King7664, and this has been Shamblecrft. Goodbye.